AJ Brown was on Edelman and Gronk's podcast, and this
I
is
love
what he
this. I
had to
love
say
this.
about the
What'd he say? What'd he
Patriots.
say?
Rec is gonna start
So
smiling
Rabe is the
halfway through
type
this
of
video.
coach.
Watch.
He's gonna call on you in the meetings. He's want to make sure that you're staying engaged, and he's gonna go over the keys to victory of the week. And he's gonna and you better know him like to the back of your hand, right? And so I used to write in my notebook because at the time I didn't really like Rabe. I didn't like him. I admit that he knows that. And so I used to write, I hate Rabe, I hate Rabe, I hate Rabe, right? But
This is a
I was
soft
doing
guy,
that to pretend like I was right. I was taking notes to look like I was engaged, but because he was so hard on me when I was a rookie and I didn't really understand it. And so it was at the time I told Ray, I was like, hey, like I'm humble already. You don't gotta humble me. But I really didn't understand what he was trying to, push me to be, And another little quick thing, he showed a clip. I ran like a bang 8 and I scored and he praised me. And so I was kind of feeling good about myself, right? I'm a rookie. And a couple of plays later, he showed me another play with the bang 8 and I get tackled. And he's like, what's the difference between the first play and the second play? And he was like, you're tired. He was like, that's not going to cut it, And he was like, that same mentality, what you show in the first play, you should do that all the time. That's who you are. Like this right here, that's not going to cut it. And so, but when I say he holds every single player accountable from top to bottom, I don't care who it is, like that's who he is. And it makes the team come together because nobody's bigger than the team. Nobody's bigger than the program. So you have to respect it.
So talk to us, Rec. What's the play? Are we making a play for him or what?
No. Wait. Rec, how you feeling about all of this? All right, fine. Go ahead. Were you making
The trade potentials?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take AJ. I feel like that I feel like that we're gonna get one. There's gonna be one trade.
I'll take
And
AJ. It's
so-
crazy.
What is the issue? This is what we're talking about, right?
You're not excited enough. You're not excited enough. I'll take him. Like,
'Cause
oh,
I don't
he's
think
there,
it's
I'll
gonna
just- I'll
happen.
take him. I mean,
I don't think it's gonna happen. They did like a breakdown of the cap space and all that and everything, and it's not as much
So-
bread as we previously thought we would have.
how impossible is it though?
It's not impossible. You're gonna have to give up players involved in the trade too. So it's like
name some potentials. Like, what's the potential that whatever you saw that post? Like, what's the potential?
it's not even that. It's just the money you might have to. You might not have as much money available that
that
you thought you
defense?
did. So it might be some money matching involved. Like you might have to give up a player that has a decent salary, like a Barmore
Like
or
who?
Carlton Davis or
That's what I
something
was gonna
like
say. Like
that.
who? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I'm not with that.
Gonzalez is gonna get his extension. Chason said he's coming back, so he's gonna get paid. I think they realistically like actual money is like 30 million, and not like 45 that people were thinking before. So, and most of that's gonna go to Gonzalez. So,
I heard
Okay.
they're gonna
So, you know-
Rec, did you hear about them talking about reconstructing Milton Williams' deal?
it's possible. I didn't see any details about it, but I mean, I feel like at this point, when you have a team like this, the veterans, this is what they do. Like, this is just a pretty common thing. So, like, somebody with a huge deal like that, he's not going to give up much money, but they could restructure it so they could get some more talent this year and get some money at the back end of it. But
Yeah, I did.
we'll
So-
see.
So, question for you, Rec, is let's just be optimistic. Let's say it works out. They figure it out. How do you feel about it if we do get him? How does that changes things? How much does that change things? And what do you
I
expect?
think you just
what do you expect?
I
his,
want
like,
to ask a
production to be
question
on-
after you answer. I want to ask a question after you answer his.
Okay,
question.
and then part of it is too. What do you expect in terms of not level of production, but like how much we will actually target him over all the other people that have been putting in work with Drake.
he would be the best receiver on the team, obviously, and
Yeah,
a
pound
much
for pound easily.
better version of Kayshon Boutte, who had success with Drake. But the thing about it is, Drake's gonna need somebody who he can trust. That's gonna be there, like where he can, like a number one target. Not so much what Diggs did which was great. But a lot of Diggs targets were like shorter targets, but like Drake likes to throw it deep. Um, if AJ's a good deep ball catcher and he runs good routes and he, if they could get some chemistry, that could be your number one guy. And he got to be able to throw it with confidence that the guy is going to be in the spot he's supposed to be in. I think that's like the most important thing, is get somebody who can get open, so you don't have to like scheme up everything.
How about locker room fit?
So thank you for bringing that up. That was my next question, real quick, before Jules gets back. Basically, like, and I agree, locker room fit is a question that I have, but my question is a little bit more like complex. So, or like into like goes deeper into it. Like, he clearly understands Vrabel, and he clearly acted a certain way with Vrabel that he probably didn't act like with his coach in Philly. So do you think it's one of those things where he understands what he's getting into and he'll completely switch up how he acts and it'll be fine, or do you think it's going to be a problem with the whole kind of diva antics that he's been doing?
Yep.
So I just don't think that the issues that caused all that stuff will exist here.
Because
Like he'll be the clear number one in a like a high powered offense. He'll be the number one target. He'll get a lot of deep passes. He'll get a lot of targets, and there won't be. It'll be on him. It won't be. He won't have a scheme to blame. He won't have a offensive coordinator to blame. He won't have a quarterback to blame. It'll be on AJ. So I think and if he, that's what I think. I think it's the issues that caused the kind of bad breakup that looks like happening with that team is they won't exist here. So I don't think you would have to worry about that at all.
One last question, and I'm gonna let Jules go. So, to piggyback off of that, do you think that it could turn into a situation where AJ Brown maybe isn't as good as his value or his stock represents or reflects, and then Drake kind of reverts back to what he's used to, and like you said, what he trusts, and then it ends up being a situation where AJ Brown is actually just creating a lot of opportunity for everybody else, and then his number one target ends up still being like Booty or Diggs or something. Do you think that will happen, or that can happen? And then do you think he will revert back to his ways if it does? And how likely? I personally think that's a likely outcome, where everybody's expecting AJ Brown, if we got him, to be like, oh, he's the clear number one. He's gonna get 10 targets. He's gonna catch 7 balls a game, and then it's not like that. He fits in our scheme a different way, and then now he's creating opportunities for guys that were already getting open for Drake. And then if that does happen, two parts of the question: do you think that's likely to happen? And if it does happen, do you think he reverts back to his old ways, and then we're fucked because we got this $1 million man for nothing?
I mean, you could say that like he'd be the number one focal point for the defenses if we get him, but I just don't see. I see the success that we have with the guys that we had this year. Like somebody had to be the focal point, even if it's not like a traditional guy that you think of as like a Justin Jefferson. Like those teams had to come in and they'd have to be like, Kayshawn Booty. We know what he likes to do. He likes to go deep. We got to keep our eye on that. They would be looking at things like that, and we were still able to execute plays involving him with the guys we had, because we did have a lot of depth. Not like anyone extraordinary, but we had a lot of depth at receiver. So I don't think that a team's just going to be able to come in and just flat out double AJ, because I feel like the depth is too good. So I don't see it happening that way, where it's like, oh, just shut down AJ. It's like shut down AJ, and then all of a sudden you're leaving all these other guys single coverage, and that's not going to work well for you at all. So
Okay. Go ahead, Jules.
My question is, right? Do you I think there. Do you think that wide receiver is our main focus going into the offseason, or there is other
Great
places
question,
on
truly.
the team that we need to address? Because me personally, I feel like wide receiver is probably maybe top 3, maybe top 4 of the concerns that we have, but I feel like there's other positions on the field that we need to address first before we go talking about spending fucking $40 million on a wide receiver.
It's a great point.
I think it's top 2. I think the line. I think the offensive line upgrade at some some spot. I think that ideally you could either draft a left guard or trade or sign a left guard like the guy from the Browns that just got released.
Yep.
Move Jared Wilson over to center.
Mhm.
Bradbury can be just a depth piece. Then you
Yep.
could have like an elite, because that's the other thing about not to get too much into the Will Campbell stuff, but like Will Campbell was also playing next to a rookie out of position left guard. That didn't help with the stunts and everything. If you put like a veteran Pro Bowl player next to Will Campbell, that's going to help him too. So, and they
Because
already said Will Campbell's not moving, so he's our left tackle next year. So, I think
and they
if
was
you could
talking. Go ahead. Go ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. No, they was talking about that kid from Green Bay, the one that, he, the 20, I forget his name. He's 26 years old from Green Bay, and he's not. He already announced that he's out. But I forget his name. But they do have him
There's quite a
highlighted.
few
It's
guards that are available.
but it's a 26-year-old from Green Bay. I forget, and that just did it for me because of the age and how much money they said that he's expected to make. They said he's expected to be one of the top paid offensive linemen. Um, I could pull up his name. I forget his name. I could pull it up though.
Is it Zach
I don't see
Tom?
us. I don't see us doing a huge signing with an offensive lineman though, because I don't
Mm-mm.
think then I
Is it
think it kind of kills
Zach
everything
Tom?
else.
You talking
I'm
about
about to
Zach
tell you.
Tom
I think it is
or Rashid Walker?
Rashid Walker.
Rashid Walker, yeah.
Yeah, they from the kid's a stud. He's 26 years old. That's what does it for me. Obviously, is the young baby to lock him in for the next maybe 4 or 5 years. You're gonna have that. That's what I feel like the money should go at is towards the O
Yeah,
line. I feel
I
like that's
agree.
where the money should go. The defense was good. Whatever, we can make a
I
couple
can
of
agree with
pieces.
you, Jules. Yeah, I
Hmm.
can agree with you, Jules. You know why? Because I think, and historically, like when guys like Diggs come off of an injury like he had, it's that second year. Like they need that
Yes,
full first year, and then it's that
yes,
second year where they kind of get back. And then
yes.
like I am expecting a better version of Diggs next year. You know,
Hmm.
like a fully acclimated version too. So like I think
Yeah.
he could easily clearly be like a number one target and be just as good as AJ Brown
Maybe Diggs reconstructs his contract. You know what I'm saying? That
does
frees
he
up
need
the bread.
to? Are
Yeah,
we even
Diggs
paying
is
him
not
like that?
even guaranteed to be on the team next year. To be honest,
Yeah, he's
though,
not guaranteed to be on the squad. They said that in the beginning when he
Mm.
even signed his contract. It's not guaranteed that he was going
He
to be here
clearly
next
wants
year.
to be here though.
He
I
does.
could
He
tell
he
that.
does.
does.
He
He
loves.
probably have to
He does.
restructure though.
If he can
That's fine.
restructure,
I think he
if he
will.
can restructure, I feel like that works out perfectly. Yo,
I do
you
too.
use that money
I think I
to
agree
bring
with
in
you,
the big name.
Jules. Yeah, I agree with Jules. Like you get somebody that has that because I just looked at Rashid Walker's stats and they say like he has one of the highest pass block win rates in the NFL. I didn't know
Yo,
that either.
the kid's a stud.
But yeah, like you get a guy like that because I agree because like I just said, I think Diggs can be better next year. Like we didn't
Yeah.
get the full, you know what I mean? He's healthy, completely healthy now, completely
Hmm.
has a whole season under his belt. He's gonna hit training camp, and you know what I mean? He can just become at least
You-
80% of what he was in Buffalo.
But you got
Maybe
to think
90.
too that you would be expecting like regression just due to his age. So it's not
What
the
is he now?
same. It
What is he?
doesn't play at
30?
the
What is he?
same.
32, 33? What is he?
30, yeah,
I think
something like
he's
that.
33 season. I
33.
think he'll be 34. You
Yeah,
got to
you got to
expect a little
consider that.
regression.
Yeah.
So it might. I mean, I think if you get another 1,000 yards out of him next year, that would be like that'd be. I think that's the ceiling,
So now,
I
which would
think
be
that's
Well,
do. I
fine.
think
on
that's
the
do. I think that's
Diggs
doable.
is 32 years old right now.
on
So
the
next
other
season
side
he'll
of the
be 30.
ball, the biggest person out there right now is Max Crosby. How does that look? Nice.
That
Nah.
looks
You gotta
incredible.
give
Not
That
up.
really.
looks incredible.
It looks
Is
You
not.
gotta
it
It
give
looks
up.
unrealistic to be honest.
unrealistic?
It's
Yeah.
unrealistic, but
Yeah,
it looks incredible on paper. Like if we could get him, but yeah.
it's a lot of money, and you gotta give up resources for him. I don't feel like it's worth it.
Yeah, you'd have to give up a lot of picks to get him, and then I mean
You gotta
he
give
would
up.
fit perfect with the team.
Yeah,
He's
I heard he
great.
wants to be here. Yeah, I think I heard he wants to
Who
be here.
wouldn't? But who wouldn't?
Yeah,
Like we
I'm
the
saying you
Patriots.
coming
Well,
from
Whoever
the
Las
picks,
Vegas.
I just don't like it because
the
you didn't
picks
want to
was
be
we
here
have
last year.
we have
Like
11
I just
total
don't like that
picks.
shit. Like now you want to be here because we went to the
Let
I
me
chip.
see.
mean,
But
We
you
got
can't blame
we
dudes
got
for that
I'm
though.
just saying, bro. I can't stand that shit though. Like you don't want to be here for the our culture is unattractive until we in the Super Bowl.
We
Like
didn't have
everybody
a
got shit
culture last year.
No, but like the whole talk around New England, no matter what, even if when Bill Belichick was gone, is that like it's a association type of team. Like the players, you can't be yourself. you got to walk a certain line.
Do
And
your
then once we
job.
start winning, everybody, and do your job. But once we start, and then everybody's like doesn't want to be a part of that. And then once we start winning, it's like, oh, I want to go to New England Patriots. Like, sit your ass down, man. GG's though.
Okay.
Nah,
I like it. I like it. I like it. We'll see how shit unfolds. Jules, you want to talk to us?